there was a moment late in the game after CJ had been called for that safety where cameras kind of caught you, kind of your eyes were wide. I was just wondering what you were thinking in that moment after that play.
It's a disappointing loss for us. We didn't do anything well enough to win this game. Out of all the positives that we did have, there were way too many negatives, right? Too many negative plays, right? We score, we get a penalty, we get touchdowns called back, get penalties on special teams. It's just way too many negative plays defensively, like unexplainable, right? Explosives for touchdowns. It's just we didn't play good across the board, and that starts with me. Obviously, we weren't ready to go as a team, so that starts with me.
DeMeco, I know all losses are frustrating, but what's the most frustrating part? Just kind of the field. What do you think about that? What's the most frustrating part about this loss?
The most frustrating part about it is, out of all the bad things that happened, we still had a chance to win and finish the game, right? Everything that could go wrong, it went wrong, but we still had a chance there, to tie it up, and finish the game, but we didn't.
The second half scoring has been an issue for a few weeks now. It was an issue again today. What's kind of left to try to maybe get that going? And has there been a constant that you've seen from some of those issues?
Yeah, the first thing is we have to create positive plays, right? Too many times, whether it's run or pass, we have a negative play, which it just kills our drive. So first thing first, how can we sustain positive plays and build drives? Too many drives, we're stalled out before we can even get started.
A lot of the things that we've all asked or you've replied with kind of the issues throughout the entire year. How come a lot of the little things have been so persistent in holding you guys back from reaching the potential that you guys do have?
Yeah, again, we have to be able to finish games, and that's been an emphasis of ours, is going out and finishing. And, we did it. We didn't execute. We didn't finish the right way. And you can put that on me first.
Coach, you guys lost the last 2 one-score games. Is there a growing concern right now that you guys just need more from the offense?
The concern for me is we need to play complementary football, right? We play complementary football, we win games. When we don't, we're not relying on one side, right, to carry the entire team. So whatever happens, our offense gave us enough points to win the game. So that starts with the defense. We didn't do enough to stop them. We didn't stop the run, and we didn't run the ball well. And we gave up way too many points on defense. So our offense did plenty. They gave us enough points. In defense, we had to be able to stop them.
There's been a couple of short situations this year where you guys have gone up tempo. What goes into the decision-making process to maybe get up to the line of scrimmage as quickly? Is that something that you're talking about with Bobby before that happens?
Yeah, that's part of our strategy, depending on the game. So that's sometimes we use it to catch teams, subbing or to catch teams off guard.
You kind of mentioned this a second ago, the inability to run the football today. What were the problems? Was it just finding open creases? Was it Tennessee's defensive line? What went into the issues up front?
Yeah, again, it starts with their defensive line. They're a really good front, right? Really good front. We knew that going into the game, but it doesn't matter. Every front is good. You gotta own the line of scrimmage. So you have to be able to control line of scrimmage and run the ball. We didn't. We had too many negative plays in the running game. And defensively, we didn't set the edge well, and the ball got outside a ton, and we didn't tackle well. So all of those mistakes are the making for a pretty bad run defense.
We got time for a few more.
Well, DeMeco, obviously, it's real easy to see the bad things that happen, but you did have a couple of good things, and one of them was Chris Boyd recovering the fumble on that muff punt.
Yeah, a lot of positive things happen. For us to get the turnover we talked about throughout the week for special teams, create a turnover, we did that. Defensively, to get a pick six, get 8 sacks in the game. It was a lot of really good things that happened, for our team. But the negatives just right now just outweigh the positives. So, our guys continue to do good things, but we have to string it together to where we can finish and celebrate those positives right after the game.
To that point, kind of just touch on there, but how do you assess a performance like that when you do have 8 sacks and 3 turnovers, one that goes for a score, but also not being able to get it done and defensively can have any points?
Yeah, how I assess it is at the end of the day is not good enough, right? At the end of the day, we're trying to finish the game with a win, no matter how that looks, and we came up short.
One you all were trying to figure out whether to punt or go for it. What happened there?
Nothing happened. I decided to punt the football.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
All right.
CJ, what happened on the 2 interceptions today?
First, I just want to thank Jesus for this opportunity to play in the NFL, playing on Sunday, and just very grateful to him of being my savior. I mean, the first one couldn't really see much. Try to put it in the window, and we just weren't on the same page, and can't do that right there. That's giving them points, which ultimately led us to lose. And then the second one, just got to put it a little higher. If I get it to him, Nico has a lot of space to run. So, just two mistakes that I made that can't happen.
Well, CJ, obviously, had a lot of good things happen today. But where do you think the biggest struggle comes in offensively in the second half recently?
You can point a lot of places, but I always point at myself. I'm the leader of the offense. I got to get us rolling, get our rhythm, and we got to find a better way to end the first half better, start the second half better, and that's ultimately starts with me and taking care of the football and getting into a rhythm, running the ball well, getting us into the right reads, the right looks. So I would just say that's why. I mean, that's how we're gonna get better. It's just I got to be better.
CJ, going in, you have one more game before the bye week. How do you make sure that you guys get back on course, go into that bye week fully healthy to be able to come back out for the final 4 games of the regular season?
Got to practice really hard. Got to be really on each other. Everybody has to look themselves in the mirror and try to get things fixed. So that'll be the plan for this week. Practicing, getting better. Personally, I got to get better. As a team, we have to get better. And trying to go to Jacksonville and get a dub before bye week.
CJ, is there ever a sense of how we're in this position again when you face some of these second and third and longs that feel like have been consistent for a few weeks now? As they were wondering, how does this happen again? How are we in another second, third and long situation?
Not necessarily. I try to one play mentality as best as I can and try to execute the next play. So, whatever down the distance it is, I try to put my team in the best position to get the first or to get an explosive or whatever we need to, to help the team. So that's just my mindset when it comes to that.
Obviously, you have all the time in the world. From your perspective, what do you have to do? You say you have to get better personally. What do you really have to do to improve on to help get the offense back on track?
I got to just practice better, play better. I mean, it's no secret. I mean, I haven't been playing well personally from my standard. I have a couple good drives, a couple good plays here, but it's just up and down right now. So I got to just, for me, I feel like it starts with practice, and then it comes to the game, staying focused. And, I mean, I've been focused. I watch as much film as anybody, and it's just sometimes it doesn't go your way. And, I got to be harder on myself and, realize that, games can't come down to me making plays. And, I didn't make enough, and I gave up the ball twice today. So I got to just be better, and I know that. So, but it's no time. I'm not going to hold my head down. I'm going to, keep my chin up, chest high, and just, I know I'm still a great player, but I got to just, put better stuff on the field.
CJ, how much has some of the pressures and the sacks earlier on in the season caused you to be in the pocket later on this season?
Not much. I mean, I would say I've been pretty comfortable. Today I was pretty comfortable. We went, I think, 3 quarters without a sack, and then the fourth quarter gave a couple, and some of them were my fault. So, yeah, I would say that I'm not really too affected by them. I try to sit in there as best as I can, or when it's not open down the field, then I try to take off and make a play and, just be smart with my legs as well. But I haven't really let it affect me too much.
I see 2 quick kind of questions. What was supposed to happen on the play that you all got called for illegal motion?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll ask the second quick one after that.
Yeah, I mean, we have a quick motion with Tank, and, it's miscommunication on my part in the huddle, and, 2 motions at the same time. That play kind of maybe seals the deal. You go down to 1, or I don't know if Nico scored. I stopped paying attention. But, if he scored, then, we give our defense the chance to stand up and then run it out. Or, we're on the 1, run it in or throw it in, and then we give our defense another chance. So that's things that can't happen. I got to be better in the huddle. I got to give the play better and, make sure guys are on the same page. And even when we break the huddle, still communicate a little bit and make sure, everybody's doing what they're doing. But, yeah, it was my fault.
You mentioned not being sacked in the first 3. Did you feel like the Titans brought more pressure in the fourth quarter? Or was it something did they bring more pressure in the fourth quarter?
No. They brought a 0, and then they brought a couple dropout mans and things like that towards the end of the second half. The end of the first half. Second half, they brought a 0 and some little one-backer replacement pressures, but nothing insane that we didn't think about. But ultimately, yeah, I wouldn't say it affected me.
Last 2, Kim and then Paul.
Hey, CJ, you mentioned it a little bit earlier to Jonathan, but can you talk about the challenges just collectively you guys are having on offense from the communication standpoint?
It really hasn't been that crazy. There's a couple protections here, a couple things there, but I wouldn't say there's been too much. But that'll cost you the game is one mistake. That's NFL. That's there's the best players in the world. And I told you guys how good the Titans defense was, and we got to be better as an offense and give our defense a chance to stand up at the end.
Collectively, it seems like the little things offensively that have been happening all season long in terms of just little mistakes, talking about illegal formations and things like that. At this point, what from an approach perspective, practice leading up to the game, can you guys do differently to maybe get different results?
Got to keep practicing and keep playing. You tell me. I don't know. That's all I know how to do is just practice better, play better, meet better, do everything better, and when it comes out like that, it's not fun, but, it's part of the game, and we'll use it one game out of the year that'll teach us a lesson. Sadly, we have to learn right now, or it'll teach us in future years. And for me, I'm just, going to use this as a time where I need to look myself in the mirror and get better. So, yeah. All right, Josh.